after about 3/4 of an hour being up there, the police then came out from behind the fence where they were on the stairs. The riot guards came from around the side, and they basically started laying the fuck out of everybody and pushing them over the side of the flower beds onto the floor, indiscriminately hitting people. And I got whacked in the face, whacked in the back of the leg, so I don't know what happened to everybody else.
The policies of the IMF with the structural adjustment have caused many riots in the world, many revolts. People complain because they are already poor and then they become even poor. So Prague was a very small IMF riot, and Washington in April was a very small IMF riot. Well, was the first one in Washington. This is what is funny about it. IMF riot in Washington or in Prague, and not in Caracas or in Algiers or in so many other places in the south. In Prague was more or less the same thing. So the people, the police circled the meeting place, and some people tried to break in, and they couldn't, and there was some violence there. And other people sat down peacefully around the police. So it was the World Bank meeting and IMF, and then 50 meters around the police. You probably saw it. And then surrounding the police, the people. And they couldn't get out. This was what was funny. They couldn't get out, and at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, they couldn't get out of there. So finally they took the metro, isn't it? The police closed the metros in central Prague, and the delegates, including Wolfenson and Köhler, had to take the metro and get out. I think this is a very good support for public transport. I mean, this should become a slogan of the environmental movement. Try imitate Wolfenson and Köhler, and don't use limousine, take the metro. And it's good for you. I mean, instead of becoming indignant against OPEC, and you should go by metro, and it's good for the environment, for the greenhouse effect.
I am from Prague, I am Czech.
You're Czech.
What do you want?
What do you think today? It's good?
I'm sociologist. For me, it was very interesting.
Yes.
I am working at university. For me, it is very interesting because I'm sociologist.
Okay.
That's all.
So you're happy?
Yeah, yes, I'm very happy.
Okay, thank you.
That like general public isn't really interested in IMF or anything. They don't know anything about it. What is it about? And all they see when IMF meeting takes place is like riots and fights in the streets. That's why they have a negative opinion about it, like both ways.
Czech people have totally been getting misinformation from the media, and the media, you know, is controlled by these organizations that are affected by policies in the World Bank, and that they profit from these policies. And so, of course, they're going to hear things like, we're terrorists coming here. But that's the misinformation that's happened everywhere, all the time, all over the world, and that it's our job to work to change that misinformation.
INPEC doesn't organize and didn't organize any kind of violence, so we are not connected with these people. But in the same time, I have to say that the most much more bigger violence is inside of the Congress Center, where are the politicians who decide about people's life, who decide about destroying nature, about maybe destroying people's lives. So there is the main violence, and this violence what is on the street, and I disagree with this. It's only the answer for violence in Congress Center.
It is not just Union Carbide, it is the World Bank and IMF which through the Green Revolution have brought the pesticide and the poisons into our country, has increased the disparity between the rich and the poor, have taken away food from the hungry, have sent people from the villages to cities to die and get gas.
From India there was somebody from Bhopal where the Union Carbide accident took place, and he was very good. And this is going to work now.
Several police officers arrived and told us that we had 10 minutes to clear all of our stuff out and close the space down, that we were being evicted. At first they said they had orders from the owner, that the owner wanted to evict us, but then I called the owner and spoke with him, and he said he had not talked to the police at all and that he was not evicting us. And then the police later on said that we are the law, we can do it.
The run-up to S26 was dominated by absolute intimidation by the media, by the state and by the forces of the state. They had effectively cleared Prague out. All children were removed from school. People were told to go on holiday. The streets were virtually empty in the 2 or 3 days running up to the Tuesday and S26, and they wanted to create a climate of fear where the police, the army and the state were in the driving seat. And I believe on S26 we reversed that.
A revolution.
Die Atmosphäre ist ziemlich beschissen, weil jeder ziemlich paranoid ist, weil irgendwie an allen Ecken Zivilbullen rumhängen und irgendwie jeder nervös ist und jeder keinen Bock mehr hat und alle die Nase voll haben.
The meeting is cancelled tomorrow. I repeat, the meeting is cancelled tomorrow, and the non-violent direct action and the direct action has all worked. Ciao.
What's being suspended?
The meeting's been suspended.
Yeah. What's being suspended?
Really?
The meetings are done?
Good. Fucking a little civil unrest can go a long way, huh? That's great. People's uprising. Yeah. Power to the people. All right.
We had definite confirmation from the President's office and from the Prime Minister, basically, that the meeting is cancelled tomorrow, which is an incredible victory. The only issue now is what the fuck do we do? Our compañeros, our friends, are in jail now, being brutalised. Women have apparently been sexually abused, and people are being beaten.
There's something which is, once again, something which has been reported in the press in Barcelona. There have been some excesses on the part of the Czech police during demonstrations. Does he think there's any danger of the police going too far in any of these situations?
V barcelonském tisku se objevily některé zprávy z minulosti a
kdy na základě prvotního násilného jednání té druhé strany.
He says he cannot speak personally for every policeman. Every policeman is responsible for himself.